welcome to our Creativity Club. I'm Meredith Hahn Petrovic, and I'm a product developer at Creativity for Kids, Faber-Castell, USA. Today we will be working on our water globes sweet treats. Now just a few notes. I can't hear or see you. If you have any questions, please put them in the question box or click on the question mark at the bottom. Occasionally, I will ask you for your input, so you may see a vote here box appear on your screen. This will be recorded, so if you miss a part, no worries. You can catch it later. Hooray! Let's check what's inside our box. Here we go. And of course, we have our water globes. Ooh, this one has something inside. We'll get to that in a second. All right. Ooh, and here's our beautiful, colorful clay, a funnel. Let's actually open up our bag here and see all of the fun things included. So here we go. Ooh, look at these clays. We have some neon yellow, neon pink, electric purple, blue, and white. These are amazing. All right. We have our Creativity for Kids stickers, which you can put on the bottom of your water globes once we're all finished. We have our cute little tools that'll be very helpful for making our sweet treat creations. Our sweet little funnel for adding water. Ooh, 2 different types of glitter. So one type of glitter looks like sugar, and the other type of glitter looks like sprinkles. So this is all really fine. And this is the one that looks like sugar. And this one here is more rectangular, kind of like, I would say, sprinkles. But they're both beautiful. And then we have our glue that we can put around our snow globe after we're done creating it to keep the water inside. Take that out. And in here, like I noted, there's something in this water globe. So let's see what it is. There's our tray. Let's pop it open. These are our cute little figurines. So you may have seen on the box, you're given 3 sweets figurines. We have an ice cream cone. Hi, I'm cute. We have, oh, I know what this one is. This one is our milkshake. I really should name these. They're so cute. Here's our little milkshake. Hello. And then finally we have our birthday cake. Ta-da! And our little birthday cake is on a little pedestal here. So sweet. All right, so as I mentioned in our intro, we want to hear from you. So which little figurine should we start with? Should we start with, let's see, let's go ahead and name them. We'll call this Minty. Minty, our ice cream cone. We'll call her Cheryl, our birthday cake. Or Sarah, our milkshake. So go ahead and you can see on your screen, you can vote, and I'll get to see who we're going to start with. What do you guys think? Our milkshake, our ice cream cone, or our birthday cake? Oh, we have a vote. Okay, 100% we have voted for our birthday cake. Excellent. Thank you all for participating. Okay, so here's our little birthday cake, and let's take a look at our instructions now. How we're going to start. The first thing to do is place the base on your workstation with the shallow side facing up. So here's our base of our water globe. You can see this part, the part that's facing up, is the shallow side. If you turn it over, you can see this side is a little bit deeper, and this side has the plug for the water. So we always want to decorate the shallow side first. All right. Completely cover the base with a thin layer of clay. Push the clay evenly to the edge. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some clay and do that. All right, so since we're using our birthday cake, I'm going to use a different color of clay than the base of our birthday cake. So I think I'll use some pink. So now when I cover the base of the water globe, I use almost 3/4 of the stick of clay. So I use a good amount. And I always try and mix in just a little bit of white just to make the clay go a little bit further. And it lightens up whatever clay color you're using. And you don't have to do this, but I like doing it just because sometimes you can get this really cool swirly effect. So right now I'm just mixing the clays together. And the more you mix your clay together and work it with your hands, the softer it gets. And the softer it gets, the easier it is to spread on the base of your water globe. So let's do that. Okay. Now here we go. It's easier to actually put it down and push with your fingers to the edges of your base. And just push. And we want all of the edges to have clay up against them because that actually helps seal the globe onto the base. And you might have to use both hands and really push it with your thumbs. And it's really fun to push clay around like this. Every time you push the clay around, it kind of mixes the two colors in a different way. So every time you're pushing it, you're kind of creating a new marbly effect. So it's really fun to use two different colors. There we go, almost there. This is how far we are, almost there. And if some of your clay feels harder than other sticks of clay, just work it in your fingers, and the heat of your hands will probably soften it up more. All right, there we go. Okay, so you can see the clay is all the way up to the edge, all the way around our base. Okay, now we need to flip the base over, and we're going to remove our little stopper here. And we need to get one of our tools out, the pointiest tool we have, so we can remove the clay in order to allow water to get in. So this is the tool I like to use. It has kind of like a thin shape over here, and then a really pointy side over here. So what you can do is you flip your base over, and then just stick your tool, the thin part of your tool, inside, and you can kind of see where it's bumped up right here. So now you can just scoop that part out. Boop. You can save your clay for later. And you want to try and get it pretty clear so water can get in without getting stuck within the clay. Here we go. So you can see right through the bottom. Okay, for now, we'll put our stopper back in. Okay. The next step, it says, decorate your scene by making clay gumballs, confetti, rainbow taffy, lollipops, cupcakes, or anything you can imagine. So what I would love to start with is a rainbow. So I have another little poll for you guys to take. We are using yellow, purple, blue, and pink for our rainbow. Can you think of any other color you'd like to see in our rainbow? We have orange, green, or light purple. What do you think? Go ahead and vote on the screen. Let's see. What color do you think would look good with our neon yellow, our neon pink, our electric purple, our blue? Which one should we do? Orange, green, or light purple? Green! All right, green is our winner. So to make a color that we don't actually have, we have to mix two colors together. Similar to how we mix the white and the pink for the base, we're going to mix the yellow and the blue, and we will get green. So we'll take a chunk of yellow. Oops. There we go. We'll put that right there. And a chunk of blue. And now you may have noticed I grabbed a plastic bag and I put it on my surface. So what I'm going to do is use this plastic bag to protect my work surface. So if you're at home and you're working on like maybe a wooden table or a table that your parents don't want you to get all messy, you might want to take one of the plastic bags from your globes and put it down so you can use that to mix your clay on. So I'm going to just take half of the blue and mix it into the yellow. And when you're mixing colors, a general rule that we follow is to mix the darker color into the lighter color. So that way we can keep adding more to it to get the color we need. So, but you can always experiment and see what happens for you as well. So, ooh, here we go. Can you see that? It's already starting to turn green. Let's see. Cool. So right now it's kind of marbly, but we want to keep going until it all turns green. So squish, squish. It's really fun to mix clay. There we go. Ooh, and right now it's a nice bright green. So I think I'll add a little more blue so it gets a little darker. There we go. All right, almost there. Ooh, look at this beautiful green. It kind of matches our little ice cream cone. Cool. Okay. So how we make a rainbow is really easy. All you do is you get the clay that you want to make, the color of the clay that you want to make the rainbow, and you just tear off a bit, and then you start, you can like make it into a ball like this, just by rolling it in your hand, and then taking that ball and rolling it on your work surface, on your table. And you just roll it back and forth. And oftentimes this is called making a clay snake, but it's a friendly snake, so nothing to be concerned about. You could also call this making a rod, and you can already see it's changing shape. So we just want to make this a lot thinner and longer. So you might have to push a little bit harder to make that happen. So if you didn't want to use a plastic bag like this, and you have maybe a laminated placemat, that would work as well too. There we go. And you're going to want to do this, I think I'll just use 3 different colors in my rainbow. So we'll have the green, we'll have the pink, and I think we'll have the purple. So we'll set that one aside. We'll get some purple. And kind of smush it up to make it nice and soft. I'm going to kind of just form this one into more of a rod and roll it. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but as I'm rolling it, I'm moving my fingers apart, and that's helping it grow longer and thinner. There we go. All right, so we have our green, our purple, and I think we said we were going to do pink. So we'll just squeeze it a little bit like that and roll. Bag is a little sticky. So if you ever want to make a unicorn out of clay, this is actually a really good way to make its unicorn horn, just to let you know. Okay, so now that we have our colors together, you can just squeeze them kind of together like this, so they're all next to each other. I'll show you up here. So they're all touching, kind of see, like that. And I'm actually going to use our tool and kind of smush them a little bit together. And by smush, I mean take the end of your tool and kind of like make one color go into the other color. And you just add a little bit of pressure to make that happen. And why we're doing this is so that our clay rods stick together. So when we bend them into the rainbow shape, they don't come apart. That should be pretty good. All right, now we all know a rainbow is called a rainbow because it makes a bow, like an arch type shape like this. So you kind of just bend them together all at once, and then you get your rainbow. Oh, it's upside down. Here you go. You get your rainbow. Ta-da! Easy peasy. All right, and if they do start coming apart, just flip it back over and blend them back together like that. Here we go. Okay, so you can see we have some excess over here. So you can just cut them off, cut off the excess like that, and like that. And now you can put your rainbow on your base. So how we're going to do that, because we want it to stand up on the base, is we're going to hold it with one hand upright and use our other hand to smush it into the clay that's already on the base. You can kind of just press it down to hold it like that. So it's already on there, but we want to make sure it'll stay on nice and sturdy, because with water globes, you know, when you're done, you shake them, and we don't want our creations to be shook right off. So we're going to smush the bottom of the rainbow onto the base clay. And over on the other side too. Like that. And that's why these cute little tools are so handy, because they can get into little places like this. Smush, smush, smush down. Ta-da! We already have our rainbow on there. Yay! That's cool. That looks so cute. Okay, and to test it, to make sure it's not going to fall off, go ahead and hold it upside down and give it a good shake. And shake it up and down like that, and in a circle. And ta-da, we're good. Okay, cool. Let's see what's next. All right. Let's see, place the clay. Oh, so now it's time to add our cute little figurine. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of clay and stick it to the bottom of our figurine, just like that. Now we're going to take that and stick it onto our base. You're going to push nice and hard so the clay kind of smushes out. See if you can see. Right up here. See how it kind of smushed out around the base? That's what we want to happen. And again, we need to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to stay. So give it a nice good shake. We don't want our figurine, our little piece of cake, to fall off. So we're good. Yay. All right. Now, there's a couple other items that I would love to include in our little water globe. And in the instructions, we mentioned cupcakes and lollipops and confetti and birthday candles. So I'd love to show you how to make a birthday candle to add to our scene. So it's super easy, and you already know the technique, so let's go ahead and do it. What you'll need to do is choose 2 colors of clay. So for this one, I'm going to choose blue and purple. And again, we're going to make our rod. So you can kind of just squish it into a rod shape. And then roll it nice and thin. Now this one should be really much thinner than what we made our rainbow. So the idea of this birthday candle, and maybe you've seen some of these in the store, or maybe you've had a candle like this on your own birthday cake, but it looks like it's twisted. So the candle looks like it's twisted with 2 different colors, kind of like a candy cane, but without the little hooky thing at the end. So here's our rod. Here's one. Purple. And let's do our blue. So we'll squish it. Like that. And roll, 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 roll. And while we're crafting, I just wanted to share that sometimes it's way fun to craft with music on. So I'm wondering if anyone out there has music on. I like to sing and listen to music when I craft sometimes, so. Okay, so here's our other rod. Ta-da! So now we just take both rods and put them together. You can just hold them together like this. And then you spin one end, just like that. You're twisting it together. And you can see here at the end how it's becoming twisted. And you keep twisting it. Twist, 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 all the way. And what we're doing here is actually, we made enough of this little twisty to do 2 candles. So 2 candles with 1 motion. It's pretty great. All right, so we're going to cut off the excess. And then we're going to just cut it in half. So you can see 1/2, like I mentioned earlier, looks a lot like a unicorn horn. So it's thin up top and thick on the bottom. And if you want it to be consistent, you can just roll it until it's all about the same width. Okay, now just like our rainbow, you can kind of stick it on to the base clay. And it's already stuck on, but we don't want it to come off, so we got to smush it on with our tool. So smush, smush all the way around. And shake. Is it coming off? No, we're good. Okay, now our other one's kind of much thicker. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this one a little bit more. So it's a little thinner and looks a little more like a candle. Okay, stick her on and smush. Okay. Ta-da! We have 2 candles, a rainbow, and our birthday cake. Now on our birthday cake, you can see at the very tip, there's a little flame. So you can always add a little flame to your birthday candles if you want, or you can leave them unlit. And today I'm gonna just leave mine unlit. So let's go ahead and add some glitter. All right. So in our instructions, a very helpful tip is to keep the glitter away from the very edge of our snow globe, of our water globe. We don't really want the glitter to go to the edge because when we put our dome top on, that glitter might get in the way and then it might not be a tight seal. So we're gonna put our glitter on, and you can glitter over top of your rainbow and candles too, and that'll make them look sparkly. So how I add glitter is just by tapping the bag. So I hold the bag sideways and then I just tap it over top of the clay. And just little itty bitty taps allows just enough glitter to come out to make everything all sparkly and sugary looking. Great, there we go. So I don't know if you'll be able to see the sparkles, but they're all sugary looking. Okay, now I'm going to add some of our confetti glitter because it's a little bit larger. And this will be the glitter. So the glitter that we just added probably stuck very nicely to our clay. We're going to add this glitter so it can kind of float around in our water once we add water. So just like we did before, you can kind of just tap it with your finger. And when you're doing this, be sure that you save enough glitter for your other 2 water globes. There we go. We'll seal that up for later. Okay. Our next step, we're going to add our globe right to the base. And you can kind of just put it on and move it around until the globe feels like it fits right inside the base. And when it does, you're going to want to push it together. And it's actually easier if you push it down on your table. And while you're pushing it, you should see some clay kind of squish out. So I can show you. Oops. Right up here, there's some clay squishing out of the edge just like that. And when you see that happening, that's actually a good sign. That means that the globe is tightly being put onto the base. And when that's happening, oops, there we go, needed to snap on a little bit more. That means it's really good because it will keep the water inside. So now, just to make sure that water stays inside, we've given you some waterproof glue. So what you'll want to do is you can take your little tool and just clear away some of that excess clay. And you can just run your clay tool around and gather all that extra clay like that. Extra clay, put it to the side. And now you can add your glue around the edge, and I'll show you just a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole thing, only because we'll want to let it dry before we add the water, but I want to show you that step too. So all you do is you put the tip of the glue right where the globe meets the base. And just squeeze a little bit of glue all the way around. And keep going. So I think you guys can see. And you'll just go all the way around and then close up your glue so it doesn't dry out until it's time to do the next one. So you can put your globe on this handy dandy little plastic tray that we give you in order for it to sit there and dry. And then when it's all dry, it's time to put the water in. So let's clear some space here and I'll show you how to do that. Now we recommend for a very clear looking water globe to use either filtered water or maybe bottled water, because we don't know what kind of water you have. So you can use your tap water too, whatever you have. So we took our little stopper out, and you can put that to the side. And now you just put your funnel in the hole, just like that. I'm going to hold it in place. And then we're just going to add our water. And just do a little at a time. So when you do this at home, I highly recommend doing this over a sink or like a tray or something that you don't mind, just in case water spills. Like mine is kind of dripping a little bit into the base. There we go. So the water will be caught instead of going all over your table. Now sometimes air bubbles form when you're adding the water, and what you can do to help that is just lift the funnel up a little bit to help move that air around. And if you want, like I have a little air bubble here, and I have some water that's gathered up here. So you can always just take a paper towel and dry it up, no biggie. And to get rid of the air bubble, I'm just going to blow in it. And use my little tool to make sure it's all nice and clear. And we'll put our funnel back in. And add some more water. Here we go. And another way to do this is actually having a really thin amount of water, a little thin stream of water come out of your faucet, and you can just have that go into the funnel rather than using a cute little beaker like this. So when you do this, you'll want to fill your whole water globe up, but we're going to stop now and we're going to work on a second water globe. So let's see. We have our pink and our green base left. And we have our milkshake and our ice cream left, our ice cream cone left. All right, so there's just a little bit of water in here, but you can see it's all nice and sparkly. Cool. All right, so we'll set this one aside and we'll put it on the tray just in case it leaks. Okay, so let's go ahead with making a little scene for our ice cream cone. And we'll use the pink base for this one. Okay, just like we did before, we're gonna spread some clay on the base, and I'll use purple this time. And we'll do this one maybe a little quicker than last time because we've already done these steps, right? So we're gonna smush the clay together and create this gorgeous purple and white marble effect. And if you squish your clay onto the base and you don't have enough, just add more clay to it. So it will all go to the edges of the shallow part of your tray. So yep, just as a reminder, this part is the shallow part. This is the deep part. We want to craft on our shallow part. Okay. Smush, 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 spread, spread, spread. We are creating a nice soft clay base for our scene, our cute little land, our Sweetsville land for our ice cream cone. And I think maybe I named our ice cream cone Cheryl. I don't remember. You can name your ice cream cone whatever you want. Here we go. Oh, looks like I'll have to add more clay. So I'll grab another hunk of white and another chunk of purple. Mix them together. Okay. And smear it on. Right over where the tip of the stopper is. And smear, smear, smear. This looks like icing on a cake. This is really cool looking. So this is a lot of fun if you do have a birthday party and you have 2 other friends who might be attending your birthday party, and then each one of you can make your own little water globe. All right, we're all covered. Let's flip our base over, take the stopper out, set it aside so we don't lose it, and then poke our thin clay tool into the hole. Kind of make a little circle, and you'll see where it bumps out, which is right here. And that's where we're going to clear all the clay out of. Just like that. And you want to try and make sure you get most of that clay out of that hole so it doesn't prevent the water from going in. Here we go. And you can try and use different tools to see what's easiest for you for not only clearing the hole, but also for making fun little parts of your scene for your water globe. Now we'll put the stopper back in so we don't lose it. Okay, so one of the other things we mentioned was a cupcake. So let's make a cupcake. So we're gonna start with the base of the cupcake. So I pinched off just a teeny tiny bit, maybe the size of like a fingernail, and roll it into a ball. There we go. And then we're going to take that ball and we're going to just squish the two ends together like that. So it's kind of like a ball, but just squished a little bit. So that's the base of our cupcake. Now, just like we did before, we're going to make a rod. So what color do we want to make the icing on our cupcake? I think maybe pink. Actually, I think maybe pink and white would look really cool. So we'll mix pink and white together so it just becomes marbled, but not completely mixed. So that's just a matter of stopping, pinching it together before all the white goes away or before all the pink goes away. Ooh, this is looking really pretty. Okay, let's see if I can show you. So I have this amount, not a very large amount, just a fingertip amount of clay. And we're gonna, make it into a rod. Roll, roll, roll. And we want to make it long enough to swirl on top of the base of our cupcake. So I'm going to make it as long as my finger. So I'll show you. I've made it that long. Now all you have to do is take the base of your cupcake and take the end of your rod and just go around and around the edge of the top of it, like that. And then you're going to make a second round, like that. And then third, you're kind of going to let that tip stick up a little bit, like that. So we have an adorable little cupcake. And just like we did with our rainbow and our candles, we're going to put it on the base. You can just push it on just to keep it there. And then we're going to use our tool and smush it down. Smush the bottom of the cupcake, just the end of it, just the edge of it. Smush it down all the way around onto the base clay. And I just love using these colors of clay because they're so vibrant, especially the neon. So here's our cute little cupcake. Ta-da! Okay, we have to shake it. Nope, not coming off. We're good. Okay. And let's do one more thing. Let's do a lollipop. So the lollipop is very much like the candle where we make two rods. So we'll do yellow. And, ooh, I still have some green left from earlier. So I'll do yellow and green this time. All right, and we're going to make our rods. So kind of squish it into a rod shape and roll it. And rolling clay is much easier when you do have something like a plastic placemat or even one of those paper plates that have a little bit of coating on it. So then it doesn't stick. Okay, and I've made this clay about as long as my middle finger, so it's a little bit longer. All right, and our yellow will do the same. Pinch it into like a line, and then we'll roll it into a rod. There we go. Roll, roll, roll. Oh, this is gonna look really cool. I don't know if I've seen a lollipop that's yellow and green before. So this will be fun that we're making one. Okay, so they're about the same size. And just like our candle, we just simply hold one end and twist the other. Oh, that's so neat. I love how easy that is. You just twist it and twist it up here. Twist, 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 until it's all about the same amount of twisted. Just like that. Okay, now the difference between this and our candle, with this, we're just gonna roll it into like the back of a snail. Just kind of roll it up on itself. So roll, 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 roll. All right, ta-da, we're done. So that's the top of a lollipop. And if you wanted, you can kind of flatten it a little bit. Make sure it stays together. And you could put a little lollipop stick on it, or what I'm gonna do is put it directly onto the base. So just push it down, just like that. And then smush it so it doesn't go anywhere when we shake our water globe. Just like that. Cool. You know what I forgot? I forgot the cherry on top of our cupcake. Not all cupcakes have cherries, and a lot of sundaes have cherries on top of them, and sometimes cupcakes don't have cherries on top at all, but I think it would be really cute if we put a little cherry on top of our cupcake. And this cherry is going to be yellow. So I'm just going to take a little pinch of yellow like that, a little amount, roll it up into a ball, and stick it on top of our cupcake. Aww, so cute. Okay, can you see that? I hope you can. All right, let's test everything and shake it. Nope, everything's on. Very good. All right, let's add our cute little milk or our cute little ice cream cone. All right, we'll put a little bit of clay on the bottom. That much. And push. That. Now push that onto the base. So it squishes out. There we go. Now you don't want to squish it on so much that you can feel the bottom of the figurine hit the plastic of the base. You want the clay to be in between. So that's a little tip. All right, let's shake it and see if it sticks. Yep, we're good. All right, time to add our glitter. I'm gonna go with our sugary glitter first. And when you're using glitter, sometimes it's a good idea to work over a piece of paper or napkin just to catch any glitter that might get loose. So we're gonna use the sugary glitter to make everything look sweet and sugary. Tap, tap, tap. We're gonna keep the glitter away from the edge of the base of our snow globe, like that. And we're gonna make sure that we save enough glitter for our last water globe. So we have more than enough saved. And now we're gonna add our confetti glitter. And this is the glitter that's gonna float around when we add water and shake our water globe. Yeah. Oh, they are so fun. I love this glitter. Okay, and we'll close it up. Keep it safe for the next. All right, time to squish the top of our snow globe, or water globe, onto the base. So try and line it up and push down. And again, we want to push down so much that we see some of the clay come out the edge. Just like that. Sometimes it might be hard to get the globe inside the base, so you might have to squeeze it a little bit. But this one went on really easy, so we're all set. All right, we'll add a little bit of water. There we go. And our funnel to catch our water. And let's see. Ooh, yeah. And you don't usually want to add so much water to the funnel that it's overflowing the funnel. Oh yeah, this one's working really well. Very good. Just a little at a time. And like I said before, you'll want to add enough water to fill up the water globe. And we are all set. So you can see our very fun water globe sweet treats are super fun and easy to make. And you can add anything you'd like to yours. These were just some ideas that we've done to share with you. So we'd love to see what you create.
Thanks, friends. Wasn't that so much fun? I'm so happy you were able to come and join us today. Look for an email soon so you can watch the video again. If you want to show us what you created, ask an adult to post it in our Creativity for Kids Facebook group or tag Creativity for Kids on Instagram. Thank you so much. Have a great day.